Now, here's the deal. What about you and Paul Lynn then?
I don't know Paul Lynn.
You don't know Paul Lynn?
I might have.
Was he in
met
Palm
him or
Springs?
seen him.
Was he in Palm Springs?
Yeah, a couple times.
Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Well, you said that I was with Skippy Lowe. I've never been with Skippy Lowe in my life.
Skippy Lowe used to do the
so
shows
what?
at
I know who he is. Do you know Paul Lynn?
I met him a couple times at the golf course.
I'm saying you made love to him.
No.
Yeah. Oh, hey. This week on Simply Don the Podcast, we have a great show. We start out with two of my favorites. First of all, the Prince of Simply Don the Podcast Network, one of the funniest dudes working today, the great Schizo Surfer is going to be here. He's going to talk about things that are going on in his life. I also brought Jason Tebow. Those two guys, I think the bosses upstairs felt, hey, let's get those two guys together. Their chemistry is magical. And right now it's hot.
Excuse me. How could you say that Schizophrenic Surfer is one of the funniest?
Because he is.
He's not funny. He's a no talent. He's a waste of time.
Why do you say that?
He's got a drug problem. He's got mental problems.
Let me just say this.
I have.
Here's what you did. One time you were the star of Simply Don the Podcast Network.
One time I was the star of Windy City Heat.
You were
real movie.
Yeah, and the podcast network, it isn't real.
But
You're cheap because you've never done anything. It's a cheap computer. Tell Joe Rogan that. Tell Adam Carolla that. They made their fucking
Even
lives.
Dave Asprey's got a freaking.
Who's Dave Asprey?
From Bulletproof Coffee. He's got an amazing network.
You think it's better than mine?
Hell yeah,
no, it isn't.
Freaking huge.
I have Simply Down the Podcast. I have the Big Three Podcast. I have the Ding Dong Show Podcast.
He's got coffee shops all over the country.
It doesn't matter. What are they? They scam fucking morons to pay extra money for fucking shitty coffee.
Shitty coffee?
Yeah.
You're telling me that Bulletproof Coffee is crappy coffee?
I'm telling it's shitty as fuck.
Because you don't know squat.
You don't know squat. You don't know anything about podcasts. You don't know that Simply Down the Podcast Network is one of the most respected podcasts in the world today. The studios at a secret location in West Hollywood is also one of the great places to be. And just because today, during the shoutouts, because we had those guys, then we brought on Mole by phone, John Quincy Adams made an appearance, and Dope Boy here. They all read $20 shout-outs. So we got a bunch of those out, and this guy gets mad because people said his address. Like, nobody knows 7722 Reseda Boulevard. Nobody knows that. Everybody knows it. So why would you stop it every time somebody would say it?
Do I need to say anything else ever again? I don't even think I should even make a remark to that.
Okay, well, anyway, that's this Sunday and Simply Down the Podcast. But for now, it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.